Isfet Archives has adult language and violence and is not suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Isfet Archives is a Creative Typo entertainment production. If you enjoy this show, we invite you to support us on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Creative Typo. All levels of membership include ad-free listening, and our binge tier includes access to this complete season. Thank you for listening.
Chapter 18. Cloudy with the Chance of Isfet.
This is getting so interesting. What's next?
Let us discuss the dream wraiths next.
Sounds good to me.
Dream wraiths are vastly different from the hidden we have so far discussed. The largest noticeable difference is that dream wraiths do not have a physical form in the same sense as the other hidden. They are primarily composed of an invisible energy, though they are connected to a visible source.
What kind of source?
Fire. A dream wraith must tether itself to a flame, any flame, before it can directly interact with the physical realm. It is believed that a dream wraith can linger for some time without a tether, but if they stray too long from a flame, they will die, or maybe dissipate. Much like a human starving to death. It can take some time, but they will eventually expire.
So, they eat fire?
No. The flame is a conduit. They feed on the dreams of other creatures.
Okay, let me see if I can wrap my head around this. There are invisible energy creatures that survive by linking to a fire and then eating people's dreams.
That is a significant oversimplification. But you have the idea.
And how exactly do you know they exist? I mean, if they're invisible and all, wouldn't it be hard to find and study them?
We know they exist because they have told us they exist.
They can talk to you?
Yes. Dream wraiths can choose to communicate with other sentients when the right conditions are met. They have the ability to influence an unconscious person, causing them to sleepwalk and sleep talk, a condition known as simniloquy. Those particularly susceptible to sleepwalking and talking are most commonly small children, though some adults can be affected as well. A dream wraith can use a person's dream to guide their sleeping body to go where they command, or say what they instruct. This is how they can communicate with other sentients, should they choose.
I don't like the thought of my dreams being used to control my body. Ugh. That just sent a chill down my spine.
If it makes you feel any better, I do not believe dream wraiths can manipulate an anomaly's dreams. Although, I reluctantly admit, research is lacking on that particular topic. I will also note that dream wraiths do not generally attempt to harm humans nor animals, as they need their dreams for sustenance. With that said, there are cases where specific dream wraiths have caused substantial harm to a town or city due to the intensity of dreams pushed.
So how do you get rid of them? Like, do you just find their flame and put it out, or?
That would disrupt their power over an area and send them into hiding. But why would you wish to do this?
You just said they are living nightmares that can mind control people. That's pretty scary, Hastings.
Do you assume that all dream wraiths construct only nightmares for the people and animals living in their territory?
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
That is not the case. While some do prefer to feed on nightmares, others might seek pleasant dreams, or some may prefer intimate or erotic dreams. Each dream wraith is their own individual with their own preferences and goals. What can be said is that they will typically inhabit a location with a large number of animals or humans, and then they will enhance the dreams for the inhabitants.
Okay. Well, are there any around here?
I strongly doubt it. We are on a ranch in a secluded part of Montana. There are likely too few people and animals around for a dream wraith to seek residence here.
That's good. The idea of one being around is kind of creepy.
There was likely one or two near your residence in Chicago.
Ugh, don't tell me that.
Maybe it is time to change the topic.
Yes, please.
Next, we will discuss the Shadow Reavers.
Emily Swanson inhaled deeply and let the taste of ocean air fill her senses. The warmth of sunshine on her face caused her to smile broadly as her head tilted toward the sky. Blue lines of Isfet swirled around her like 1,000 pixies, twisting and spinning in a beautiful dance. The lines darted away, only to return and intertwine with other streams of Isfet before returning to her chest. Never had Emily seen her Isfet act in such a manner. There was a beauty to this chaos. It was an art that only she could appreciate. She felt her head drop back into place and knew this was a dream. A wonderfully exotic dream, but only a dream. Her true body lay asleep in a car at a campground in Montana. She watched as the lines wound their way through the tree canopy, rising into the sky. The trees were beautiful and tall, with large leaves and smooth bark, like those she had only seen in pictures and movies. She deduced that she was somewhere tropical and welcomed the warmth. Above, the sky was dotted with a few clouds, but none hindered the sun from bathing her in its warmth. She watched as the lines of Isfet slithered into the sky, like ribbons of blue crawling toward the heavens. Emily and her host body reveled in this dance. It was the closest she had ever felt to her host in one of these dreams. There was a sense of connection and peace. The host's gaze shifted to a small pond. Emily wished to watch the Isfet dance in the skies for a little bit longer, but in these dreams she couldn't control the movements that the host body made. She was merely a passenger in this dreamscape. With a pang of disappointment, Emily turned her focus to the pond. It appeared to be man-made, having been carved from the earth. It housed plants, small lizards, and tiny fish, too small for any type of consumption, at least as far as the fish he could see were concerned. The pond's deeper, obscured parts remained a mystery. Suddenly, the Isfet lines changed course, striking the water in quick, deliberate motions. It all happened in a matter of seconds. The water completely froze. Everything halted. The plants stopped swaying. The fish stopped swimming. Steam began to rise from the now frozen body of water. Then an explosion of Isfet erupted in the sky. She felt it resonate through her core, as if she were standing directly beneath a colossal firework. Her host looked up just in time to see an object plummet from the heavens, landing directly in front of them. Emily's vision was able to track the falling item. It was gray, about 4 inches long and 1 inch thick. It appeared to be frozen, with small ice crystals covering its surface. Her host bent for a closer look, and then more pieces began to fall. All around them, gray chunks raining from the near cloudless sky. A voice spoke from behind, but Emily's senses were enveloped by the scene around her, and the words were dissolved into the chaos. Chunks began to strike the body she inhabited. The host seemed unfazed, but Emily wished for the shelter of one of the large trees. The host inspected the gray item. It was meat, a frosted gray meat from the sky. Meat chunks rained around them, some pieces smaller than the one they held, while other pieces were much larger. As the deluge of meat subsided, Marcus's voice emerged from behind her.
That was gross.
Yeah,
It looks like meat.
I think it is meat.
I wish I could touch stuff in your dreams.
I don't think you actually want to touch this, Marcus. Ew.
I mean, I kind of want to touch it. What kind of meat do you think it is?
I'm not sure. I think we're kind of close to the ocean, though, so maybe fish?
Yeah. Fish makes sense.
As much sense as raining meat from a cloudless sky can make, I guess.
I wonder how far it meat stormed.
Meat stormed?
A sausage shower? A fleshy flurry? Ooh! A ribeye rain.
Stop.
Yeah, I thought that last one was pretty good.
Yeah, no. No. No meat puns, please. But it looks like it went pretty far, the storm.
Oh, yeah. There's meat in every direction, just about as far as I can see.
This has to be the biggest Isfet event we've seen so far.
Uh-huh. I definitely agree. Emily, where are you going?
I think we're heading back to the village.
Oh. Why?
I don't know. It's not like I'm driving this person.
That's a fair point. My bad.
It does seem like something's wrong, though.
Oh. Do you know what?
I'm not sure, but this woman is concerned about the village.
Can you tell how close we are to her village?
Not precisely, but I know that we're close enough that that meat storm would have hit there too. And we should hear people panicking over raining meat.
Yeah, I don't hear anyone. Just her and the little girl that's following.
Is the little girl her harbinger?
Yeah, I assume so.
That's actually kind of creepy.
I don't know. She's kind of adorable.
Hey, Marcus, the village is just right around this bend.
Yeah, I'm still not hearing anyone.
Yeah, neither am I. There's something definitely wrong. My host is very afraid right now.
The little girl just seems confused, but she's keeping up.
Damn.
Emily, what's up?
There aren't any blue lines.
None? Maybe the Isfet event is over, so the lines disappeared.
But there are no blue lines for the people. I should be able to still see the blue lines for the villagers at least, but there are none.
Is this the place?
Yeah, this is it. This is the village.
Where is everyone?
I don't know.
Did the event take them?
No, I don't think so.
Did they run away?
It doesn't look like it. Everyone's stuff is still here. It doesn't look like a fight or like people panicked. It looks like they just disappeared.
And you're sure that the Isfet event didn't...
Yes, I'm sure. This wasn't us.
Okay.
They're all just gone.
Emily, come over here. Look at this.
What is it?
Oh, over here.
Marcus, I have to wait for the woman to turn around for me to look that way. She has to be looking that way. Can you just tell me what it is?
Oh, right. There's a mark on this tree. It's freshly carved. I was hoping you could read it or see if you know what it means.
Okay, she turned around. I think I can see it now. And, no, I don't know what it means. It's eerie to look at, though. It looks like a word, but I don't know what language it's supposed to be. Marcus? Marcus. Damn it. We're waking up, aren't we?
Hey, Emily, are you awake?
Yeah, I'm up.
What was that?
I I don't really know.
Ooh, were you able to see the mark?
Yeah, just before we woke up.
And, what do you think? Do you know what it meant?
No, it was really weird, but I have no idea what it was, and neither did the anomaly I was in.
Oh, damn.
Marcus, you look like you're freezing.
I am freezing.
Here, take my blanket. I'll go start the car so you can warm up a bit.
Okay, thank you. I don't know how you're handling this cold so well.
Well, I guess I have thick skin, from Chicago. Plus, Marcus, I haven't gotten as beat up as you have in the last 24 hours. You look like you've been run through a meat grinder.
Oh, that reminds me. I had one more for the dream. It was a tornado.
Oh my god, no.
That was a legit good pun.
That dream was so bizarre. Like, there was something else going on. More than just an Isfet event. Like, something took those people.
But what could do that if it wasn't an Isfet event? And why leave the mark?
I don't know. I wish September and Hastings were around. Or we could even ask them. They would probably know something.
All right, yeah. Why don't you give them a call? It's late morning over there right now. I'm sure they're up.
Let's get on the road first. If we leave right now, we can get back to Chicago by tonight, or at least early tomorrow morning.
Actually, will you pop the hood real quick? I want to take a look at the engine.
The engine? Why?
Yeah. I had a vision while you were sleeping earlier. I think there might be something wrong with the car, but I'm not sure. I thought I would take a peek and see if I could find it.
Do you know anything about engines?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, what was the vision about?
Well, the car was a balloon animal, and we were also balloon animals. We were in a cornfield, and we started to deflate.
Balloon animals.
Yes, balloon animal. Yeah, just pop the hood and call Hastings.
All right, Marcus.
You have attempted to contact Hastings. This is a pre-recorded message that I, Hastings, have recorded to let you know that I am not in a position, whether physically or mentally, to interact with you. You may leave a request for follow-up contact on the voicemail service. This recording of me makes no commitment to respond or listen to your request in a timely fashion. Due to the limitation of this device, your request for response is limited to 3 minutes, so please include all pertinent information within the 3-minute threshold. Or call September.
Hey, Hastings, this is Emily. I've been trying to call you. Marcus and I are heading back to Chicago. I don't want to explain over the phone why, but I think we're in danger. So, if you get this soon, please meet us in Chicago. Oh, and be extra safe. Please.
Back in Chicago, Contra agents Natalie White and Victor Brown sat in silence within a sparsely decorated meeting room at the Chicago Police Department. The room's minimalism was evident, with just 4 basic office chairs, a square wooden table, and cheap wall art adorning 2 of its 4 walls. The other 2 walls, made of glass, offered a clear view into the open floor of the police department. They had quickly surmised that their particular room was not designed for interrogation, yet they noticed security cameras pointed their way through the glass wall. It was safe to assume that while the cameras had visual access, they likely would not be able to hear any conversation within the room. Agent White shot a sharp look at Agent Brown, instantly halting the incessant clicking of his pen. He responded with a mischievous grin and tucked the pen in the inner pocket of his blazer. To an outsider, Brown might appear brash and green, but Natalie knew better. His seemingly reckless demeanor was often a facade. The man was exceptionally skilled at his work, with most of his antics serving as a performance. Natalie could respect that, though she wished he would reserve his theatrics for when they had an audience. At this moment, his antics were simply obnoxious. Just then, a gentleman wearing a gray jacket over a Chicago Bears t-shirt entered the room. He wore thin, wire-framed glasses perched high on his long nose, and sported a badge on his left hip.
Hello, I'm Detective Davis.
Good evening, Detective. We were actually looking to speak with Detective Bullard.
Right, and you are?
We are private investigators for an international security firm known as the Contra Risk and Asset Control Group. I'm Natalie White, and this is my partner, Victor Brown.
Is Detective Bullard not available?
Ms. White, Mr. Brown. It's a privilege. Unfortunately, no. Detective Bullard is away working on an active case at the moment. Is there something I can assist you with?
Doubt it.
I'm not certain that you would have the information we require. Do you know when Detective Bullard will return?
He's probably going to be gone for a couple days. He's kind of a hard guy to track down. You should tell me what you're looking to know. Maybe I can help. I work with Bullard on a lot of cases, and I may have insights on your investigation. I assume you are here regarding an investigation.
I can see why they made you a detective.
Is he always this pleasant?
Typically. We're following up on a case for a client. This case involves some individuals that Detective Bullard has worked with in the past.
Marcus Baker and Emily Swanson. Know them?
I am familiar with that case, but it's not one that we're actively working right now. We handed that case off to the feds and the state boys, so I'm not certain that Bullard or I could be of any use to you with this one. Maybe check with the other agencies?
Yeah, I already spoke to them. They're about as useful as a knitted condom.
Excuse me?
You know, a bunch of dick hats that can't catch anything.
Charming.
Please excuse my partner. We understand that there was an event that took place at the old police station. An explosion occurred on the day that Marcus escaped and Emily disappeared.
Yes, it was an unfortunate event. Many officers and civilians were injured that day, and a few even lost their lives.
You were there?
Yeah, I had transferred to that department just a couple months earlier.
Did you or Detective Bullard see anything strange that day?
Strange, how do you mean?
Out of the ordinary? Something you couldn't explain?
Do you mean besides a fuel truck smashing into the station and exploding?
Yeah, that's exactly what she means.
No, nothing comes to mind.
Were there any unusual characters around? Suspicious people that may have been acting overtly odd?
Ms. White, this is a police station. Half the people here are suspicious and everyone is odd.
He got you there, Nat.
Do you think it would be possible for us to look through the reports from that day? Specifically the ones that include Marcus Baker or Emily Swanson.
No, I don't think that's going to be possible.
Detective, I'm not looking to step on any toes here. You yourself said that the case has been handed off to other agencies. We are simply looking to see if there is anything that might be related to our investigation.
I said no.
Detective, I assure you that my organization partners with police departments all over the globe. This is nothing out of the usual, and I would be happy to fill out any forms necessary.
Ms. White, I have already given you my answer. Your assurances don't mean much to me.
Where the fuck is Bullard? This guy's pissing me off.
I would like to speak to your superior. You are impeding our investigation, and we have been nothing but cordial with you.
No superiors. I'm as high as you go. And Bullard is off the table, so forget about him.
Detective Davis.
Do you know who we are? We're not some little fucking security company to be trifled with. So why don't you come down from that high horse of yours, pull a stick out of your ass, and give us the information we need?
Do you always speak in cliches?
Detective, if you could reach out to my organization, I'm sure they will be able to clear up any red tape that your superiors may have.
Ms. White, I think it would be best if you contacted your organization and told them this case is now closed. There is nothing for you here. Your leads are dead. Your job is complete. Go home.
You listen here, you cocky little fuck. You have no idea who we are.
You listen, Agent Brown. I know exactly who the Contra are, and I know exactly what you are capable of. But you, my friend, do not know who I am or what I am capable of. But I'm feeling cordial today. So I'm going to give you a tip. Call your operator and ask them about Detective Mariano Davis, originally from the Denver, Colorado PD. Ask your operator who I really work for and why exactly you should not fuck with me. Then get in your car, drive to the airport, and get the fuck out of my city.
Okay. I understand. Thank you for your time, Detective. We'll be going now.
Good. Oh, and one last thing, agents. Tell your operator that Emily Swanson is off limits. She now belongs to my employer, and you will not touch our anomaly.
Goodbye, Detective.
Until we meet again, Davis.
I look forward to it.
Emily Swanson is voiced by Tisha Zang. Hastings is voiced by Adam Culbertson. Marcus Baker is voiced by Nico Rodriguez. Detective Davis is voiced by Glenn Michael Saxton. Agent Natalie White is voiced by Sarah Callahan. Agent Victor Brown is voiced by T. Alexander Saxton. And narrated by Michael Cole. Isfet Archives was written by Nico Rodriguez in collaboration with Tisha Zang. Isfet Archives is a Creative Typo Entertainment production. Find out more about our show at www.creativetypo.com.
A very special thank you to our executive producers from Patreon, Nick Mead and Patrick T. Arsenal.